Mm. 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 Oh guys, this is so good. I love Jell-O. Mmm. I love how it tastes and how wonderful it is. In fact, do you guys want to see what I'm eating? This awesome Jell-O that we have right here. Oh man, I think I'm just gonna get some more of it right here. Mmm. Mmm. Oh man, that's so delicious. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pastor Ronnie, and I'm really excited to be with you today. We are starting up a brand new lesson, and it's going to be awesome. We're talking about how Jesus is compassionate, and we're going to continue to talk through the big God story of this moment where Jesus fed a lot of people. But before we do that, I want to remind you to make certain that you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms that we have. Because the more that you do that, the more we can stay connected with you. Hey, this morning, before we get into a time of worship and a connect activity moment, I want you guys to have a little bit of fun. We're gonna play a quick game. I'm gonna put a minute timer on the clock in just a few moments. And what I want you to do is I want you to find as much paper in your room or wherever you are right now. Also, go get a trash can or a bin or a basket that you could throw paper into. See, we're talking about how Jesus fed over 5,000 people. And like I said, on Wednesday night with our At Home Weekly, it was really more like 15 to 20,000 people. And the reason for the number difference was because when they made the counts in that time, they were only accounting adult men. And so that means that they weren't accounting for women and for children. And so what you're going to do is you're going to do a bread basket game. Your pieces of paper, you're going to crumple them on up, make certain they're tight. You're going to make them into your dinner rolls. And then you're going to make certain that you stand a little bit away, probably about 6 feet if you're an older kid. Younger kids, you can scoot in a little bit. And you're going to try to see within a minute how many of those dinner rolls can you throw into your basket. Make certain to comment how many that you did if you are watching this live with us on Facebook, because I'd love to see the numbers that you have. Also, the highest numbers will get a special prize from me. So let's do this.
God is faithful. God's word is our strength. God forgives. God is help. Jesus is King. God restores relationship. God is love. Jesus is compassionate. God is near. Jesus restores. Jesus is life. God's Spirit changes everything. This changes everything.
Hey kids, you are not gonna believe today we are talking about my favorite thing, food. We're talking about food, and our question today is really simple. For lunch, would you rather have a pizza or a sandwich? I know which one I would want. Tell me your answers right now. Awesome, I love that. I know for me, I definitely want pizza. That's my favorite. Now hey, let's worship. Stand up and let's get ready.
We've got a battle to fight. God is on our side. We've got a world to reach. Your spirit lives in me. We've got a need to fill. We know it's your will for the world to see, that you set them free, and you can count on me. You can count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me. We've got a battle to fight. God is on our side. We've got a world to reach. Your spirit lives in me. We've got a need to feel, and we know it's your will for the world to see, that you set them free, and you can count on me. You can count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me. You can count on me. I'm on a mission to set the captives free. You can count on me. You can count on me. You can count on me. I will serve the King, and I will lay down my life for the one who died to set me free. You're my everything. You set the captives free, and I want you to know that you can always count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me.
not be afraid or terrified because of them. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. For the Lord your God goes with you. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never leave you nor forsake you.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. Strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. For the Lord your God goes with you. For the Lord your God goes with you.
He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Never leave you nor forsake you.
It's game time, and today's game is called Guess This Slow-Mo. For this game, we're going to show you a video clip of someone smashing something with a sledgehammer, but we're going to play that clip backwards, and your job is to figure out what the item is. So, make sure as soon as you know what the item is, you pause the video and make a note of the number. That will be your score. You'll add those scores up throughout the rounds and then find a total at the end and leave that total in the comments. Are you ready? Let's go! It's a jug of milk. Did you get it? Great job. Let's try another one. Are you ready? Let's go. It's a dozen eggs. Did you get it? Great job. Let's do one more. Are you ready? Let's go. This one's a tough one. It's a coconut. Great job. Did you manage to get it? of your points and leave a comment to let us know how well you did.
We're learning today all about compassion. And in our Bible story, we're going to hear about an opportunity that Jesus had to be compassionate to those around him by feeding over 5,000 people. Wow. And that's an example for us that we should have compassion in our own lives. And it reminds me of organizations that are out there and they're feeding people in some of the most trying and difficult times. They're out there and they're making sure that people have stuff to eat. Like my friends over at Convoy of Hope. You see, that example that Jesus gave us has led people to develop a way for people all over, not only the United States, but all over the world to get food. You see, they have these big trucks just like this one. These 18-wheelers. Have you ever seen an 18-wheeler on the road? I know I have. But organizations like Convoy of Hope, they show us that we should follow Jesus' example and be compassionate towards those around us.
Pandemics affect everyone. In the middle of this crisis, families across the United States of America are in fear of not being able to eat or feed their children. Even families whose children receive free meals at school are facing tough challenges as schools are closed and those meals are unavailable. In these times, those in poverty hurt the most. They are left with nowhere to go and no help for their families. But there is hope. Together with the boys and girls of BGMC, Convoy of Hope is responding to that need. To date, Convoy of Hope has received requests for food from 40 states and have responded with truckloads of food and supplies. But the mission isn't over, and you can help. BGMC wants to send $500,000 to Convoy of Hope for the 10 Million Meals Initiative. That's a small goal for our great big God. Even as boys and girls are required to stay at home, we see kids stepping up and with the help of their parents start raising money on social media. Kids are making things to sell in support of BGMC. We hear of kids doing extra chores around the house or in the yard and putting that money into their buddy barrels. Crisis doesn't stop generosity. In this moment where we feel helpless, let's rise up, use our creativity, and help those around us.
Let's take a few moments to review our Remember verse. Do you remember the code from last week? Can you remember what that code stands for? Take a moment and see if you can refresh your memory. Okay, let's go over it together. The memory verse is, "The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love." Psalms 145 verse 8. Let's say that again. The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Psalms 145 verse 8. Great job. Keep learning the Remember verse. We've got a few more weeks left to learn it.
Oh, hey guys. How you doing? Sorry I got held up. Something amazing happened. Okay, I'm glad I could get a connection out here so I can share it with you. Oh, well, I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Well, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so I was with a bunch of friends and we heard that Jesus was headed out here. So me and my friends and more than 5,000 other people decided to follow him out. Man, was he out here. You might also think these people would come, be healed, and go home, but they didn't. They stayed and stayed until it got dark. And as we know, we are very far away from any towns. There's no shelter, no bathrooms, no food, and we're all starting to get hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I thought everyone had left.
Oh, it's all right. Ooh, you know, even though this bed hit me in the head, this is delicious.
What's that? Who are they?
Oh, it's It's just a piece of technology that will be invented in about 2,000 years.
Technology?
Technology?
Technology.
No, it's, technology.
Shoot.
It's...
Frank?
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, these are my friends, and they are at church right now. Can you all say hi?
Whoa! John, get over here. You need to check this out. Whoa! What was that?
He called it Technolobob.
Technology.
What he said.
Wow. That's amazing. Who are they?
These are my friends, and they're in church right... Wait a second. Who are you guys?
Oh, my name is Matthew.
And I'm John.
Wait, you mean like Matthew and John, Jesus' disciples?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the one he loves the most.
Says you.
Wow, well, I was just about to tell my friends about the miracle Jesus just performed. Maybe you guys would like to help tell the story.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I plan on writing it down in about 50 years or so.
Yeah, I do too.
Great. Well, I was telling them about how more than 5,000 of us came out here to see Jesus.
Yeah, well, maybe you should start from a little ways before that.
Yeah. Do you even know why he came out here in the first place?
No, I just heard he was coming out here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll start from there. Do you remember John the Baptist? No, not this John. Sadly, John the Baptist was killed by the evil King Herod.
Wow, I didn't know. Wasn't John the Baptist Jesus' cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Jesus was really sad. He needed some time to get away from the town and get out and spend some time in prayer alone with his Father God.
Really? Man, I had no idea. Now I feel bad. I wish I would have known so I could have had some compassion on him.
Do you know what compassion means? We might think that we feel compassion when we see someone who is poor, left out, or hurting, and we feel sorry for them. But compassion is much more than that. Compassion is something that comes from deep inside of us. A feeling that is so overwhelming that we can't help but do something about it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, speaking of compassion, that's exactly what Jesus showed in this situation. Jesus saw the crowds of people who had gathered, and he had compassion on them.
Yep. And that's why he served them. He healed their sick and told them about God.
Wow. Jesus does show a lot of compassion.
Yeah, and you might think that only a couple of people would follow Jesus out into the middle of nowhere, but...
No, but more than 5,000 of us came.
Yeah.
So even though Jesus was tired, he had compassion to teach and to heal and to help the people that had all come to see him.
And we stayed until it got dark. Again, with no shelter, bathrooms, or food all the way out here.
Yeah, so no offense, but...
But what?
Well, we kind of told Jesus to send the crowds away, you know, so they'd go to the village and buy themselves some food.
But even though he was sad and tired, Jesus had compassion on the people. And that meant he cared about their hunger. And he also cared about them enough to not send them away even when they needed him.
Yeah. So Jesus said to us, give them all something to eat. They don't need to go away.
Oh, wow. So you guys must have been pretty overwhelmed.
You have no idea. Philip even told Jesus that if he worked for 8 months, he couldn't buy enough bread for each one to have a bite.
Wow.
And the best we could do was find a boy who had 5 small loaves of bread and just 2 fish.
And that's when Jesus did something amazing. Well, he told us all to sit down on the grass.
And he told us to bring the food to him.
And then he took the food, he looked up to heaven, thanked God for it.
And then just asked us to pass it out to everybody.
We were thinking that there was no way we would have enough food for more than 5,000 people. But we did as Jesus asked.
And then what?
Do you see all these baskets?
Yeah?
We have 12 of these filled with bread and fish.
That's so much extra! And Jesus did all that with 5 loaves and 2 fish?
Amazing, huh?
Unbelievable. You know, and I ate the bread and fish and was totally satisfied.
Funny. Everyone else said the exact same thing. Another crazy thing is that we've got more leftover food than what we had when we started.
Sounds kind of like how popcorn works?
Yeah, like popcorn, but far more miraculous and less buttery.
I like butter on my popcorn.
I don't like butter.
But it tastes so good. Maybe a little bit of salt.
Well, that's really amazing. Not only amazing because Jesus did such a cool miracle, it's amazing because Jesus had compassion for the people. He was sad because John the Baptist died and he wanted to be alone, but he still took the time to heal the sick and tell them about God. And when it was time for us to go, because it was late and we were super hungry, he gave us a miraculous dinner.
Jesus has compassion that cannot be stopped.
And that compassion is way more than just feeling sad for people.
He has compassion that makes it impossible for him to not serve people.
And friends, Jesus is God, and he is filled with God's Spirit. God's Spirit also gives us compassion and the overwhelming desire to act on it and serve others, like Jesus. God's Spirit is what makes it possible for us to look around and ask what needs to be done. God's Spirit gives us compassion for others and the desire to act on it. God's Spirit of compassion not only changes our lives, but others' lives too.
All right. Well, we should probably get going. I don't want the rest of the disciples to leave us behind.
Yeah.
All right, well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I wonder why they would leave without us.
Just because Jesus loves me the most.
Says you.
Those guys. Anyways, thanks for letting me join you guys this week. Hope to see you soon.
You know, as we think about responding to the way that Jesus showed compassion, we wonder how can we do that? Especially now, when most of us are stuck at home, we can't go out, we can't volunteer like we normally would. Well, there is a way. And you see, my friends over at BGMC, they have this thing going on right now called Chores for Change. And we've already started to see kids on Facebook, and they're doing chores to earn change for BGMC. And right now, BGMC is giving to organizations like Convoy of Hope $500,000 to Convoy of Hope to help feed Americans all across the United States who don't have money to eat right now. We're also committed through our Critical Needs Fund to help missionaries who are in countries where people are suffering because everybody is locked down due to this pandemic. And so why don't you take up that? Chores for Change, and earn money, give it to BGMC as a way to show compassion, as a way to follow Jesus' example of being compassionate. Hey, let me bless you today. May the Holy Spirit awaken your compassion, and may you trust God to provide for you each and every day.
Hey, today we had an incredible message and even a great BGMC challenge. You will find more information in the coming weeks about our newest BGMC challenge, and I challenge every single one of you to do that because I think that you can, and I think we'll have a lot of fun doing it together. Hey, thanks for joining us today. I am so glad that you came with us and enjoyed the service together. Just as a reminder, don't forget that our At Home Weekly is going to be moving from Facebook and YouTube on Wednesday nights. It's going to be now moving to Zoom and on Thursday nights, but still at 6:30. Come be with us. And here's the thing. I may or may not be giving some special prizes away to the families that come join with us. Hey, thanks for joining us today, and I pray that God would show you how compassionate He is towards you. But I also believe that God is going to show you how you can be compassionate to others. So we will catch you later. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you on Thursday at Zoom.